keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it honey. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. When I fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon. Yes, we're back with another show. Yesterday we were doing a show. It's getting a little hot and heated. And I had a blackout on my block, so that's what hell happened. I got a host of panel members today. Some very, very interesting topics, man. Something that we kind of discussed on in the past, but we got more clarity coming straight from Phil's mouth. We're going to talk about these Series X and some of my concerns that I had from the onset. Geoff Keighley, so they said after 25 years, him decided not to go to E3 or for whatever reasons. We're going to talk about that. We have some leaks for the PlayStation 5 coming out of PlayStation of Japan. We're going to talk about that. What else I got in the title? And probably a bunch of other stuff too. You know what I mean? We just got someone to talk about. Like I said, I'm about to hop in the room right now. As you guys come in, you be so kind and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Tweet it out. Type something in the chat so we can shout you guys out. And we're going to start the show. The show. Also, too, quick, like I said, for those of you guys that been rocking out, supporting the page, like, you know, via super chat or joining the joining my YouTube channel or subscribing to me on Twitch or the Patreon. Like I said, I believe I found the way how to have the fights and send out links so you guys can watch it with me in a private stream, not on YouTube and this another site. But I think I found the way to do it, so I'm going to be testing it between today and tomorrow as a go. You know, we rock out with the Deontay Wilder fight, and I'm not even into UFC, but a lot of you guys were like, "Yo, the UFC? I don't know shit about UFC." You know what I mean? I'm keeping it all the way. My thing is boxing, basketball, and football. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna have a little fun with that. I'm about to hop in the room right now with these guys. 1 second. I guarantee when I hop in there and they arguing, they must be like, "Yo, bro." Also, I got some new Patreon content going up today, too. Like some of the shit that be having off air, but like, yo, these jokers be tripping. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Bam. All right.
Real baseball.
We live.
Hey, we live, y'all.
Oh shit,
man.
we live. How much did you hear?
All right. No, we just went live just now. Hold on. But hold on 1 second. I got some ringing in my ear. I can't see what it is.
Oh, we got Phantom Kraken, aka Johansson. He just threw up the dollar. Big up to you.
That's
big up
funny.
to you.
Yeah. For just my dude who was talking to him earlier. We're gonna have a serious conversation here, man. You know. Don't get me wrong, the fanboy stuff be good with the console, well, you know what I mean? But I do like put on a serious show, informed show. You know what I mean? Let me log in right here. But we're going to talk about some of the issues that I had before. I was going to tell you about jokers, man, with all that capping. Now, I had echo coming from somebody. Who's there with the echo?
That's a muggy. Damn.
Wait, hold up.
I'm going to unmute you, get it together, and I'll come back and unmute you, brother. We get it together when he, you know what I mean, he come back.
Omega Zero muted until he needs to talk.
Yeah, you know what I mean, or whatever. Hold on 1 second. But do me a favor, good brother. You give out and shout everybody out for me, please.
Yep. All right, we got a lot of people in here already, man. Hit that like button, share this out, y'all, please. You know what I'm saying? We got $1.75 watching. We only got 22 likes, man. Come on. We got Bopound Max. He says, "Yo, SS9 Vegeta, yo." Phantom Kraken, aka Johansson. Hold on, who am I coming through somebody's mic?
I just hear it from here. I don't know anywhere else.
Night Music, Lay. We got Teal.
Too.
Yeah, I hear echo, bro.
Yeah, there's some echo. Yeah.
Wait,
That's Z.
I got echo.
Yeah, you got echo, bro.
Wait, hold on. Am I got the show playing in the background? Hold on 1 second.
Is your headphones too close to me?
No, hold on 1 second, brother. Hold on. That's muted. Let me look on my Streamlabs Discord. Let me see here.
Come on, man. We've been doing this too long, Z.
You right about that, good brother. You right about that.
I think. Are we good now?
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
Yeah, I think we sound good.
Okay. All right.
All right. We got who else we got in here? We got Night Music. We got Inferno Blur. We got the Ruham. What's up, Ruham? Jody LaFlame, the finest. Eon 8. Heath Stevens. David the Maker. Leaky G. Hype 2 Beats. Panther Crane. Stop 6 Doc. Inferno Blur. Scott A. Scott. We got Antoine Trimble. Blast for Me Too. God damn. Immortal Blow. Flippin'. Panther Crane, Soldier for Life 504, Link to K1. We still got an echo though. T Harris,
Echo.
Yeah. King Reaper 74G, Dark Lord Fusion. What's up?
Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure this ain't me because it shouldn't be me. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me mute myself. Let me know if it's still in here.
Yo. No.
Yo.
Nope.
Yep, it's definitely next
me.
Gen 720.
This mug going Streamlabs talking through a milk cart.
Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on 1 second. Sound settings. Hold on 1 second. Sound settings. Sound control panel. Recording sounds. Yo, let me go to my Yeti levels. Okay, all right. Let me close this. Hold on 1 second. Let me close this. Let me bring up. Hold on 1 second. Output. Let me see some. Microphone monitor off. Monitor off. All right. Speakers, headphones. I don't see how it can beat me. Let me see. Man, let me see. When I'm talking here by myself, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, type in the chat. Let me close this right here. When I'm here by myself, do you hear a echo? When I'm here by myself, do you hear echo? Type 1 if you do, if you don't. Do you guys hear echo? No. When I'm here by myself, it's not an echo. Let me hop back in here. All right. Hello?
Yeah.
They said when I'm in there by myself, they don't hear no echo. I don't know who.
Man, why you got me serenading these filthy bots, man? I sit there talking.
It's coming through your mic from your headphones or your speakers.
Okay, I'm not hearing it now.
Your mic.
Yeah, you good now, bro.
I think it's good now, Z.
Yeah.
All right. No, I'm just saying, just get it. You want to still finish shouting them out or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking to himself for a good 2 minutes.
Yeah, I serenading these filthy bots. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Rakuda Perez, he says, "What's up? What's up?" JJ said, "Oh damn, it's bad."
Echo back.
God damn, bro.
I don't hear no echo.
It's because it's coming from you.
It's coming from you, bro.
I do me a favor. Everybody, hop out and hop back in. Let me see something. Let me go to settings. Wait, hold on. Let me go to settings. Let me go to my account of voice and video, speakers, headphone output device. Yeti.
I think it's feedback coming from your headphones, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. I think it's just loud, bro.
Hold on, let me do this. Don't say nothing. I'm about to switch my headphones. Hold on. It shouldn't be. My shit's right here. Bam.
It's coming through your
Wait, hold on 1 second. No. Now you're coming through my speakers, my TV. Hold on. Let me plug these other headphones up real quick.
Oh, shit. That's why.
Let me try this right here. All right, hold on. Let me see something. Escape. Just make this smaller. All right. Hello?
Yo.
Yes.
What about now?
We good now. We good now.
All right.
Big up to 2.4. What's up? What's good? What's good? Riz Biz, Jazzy Jeff, Gone, Laugh Out Loud. Let me see here. Metal Panic with the $2 holler said, I was watching the shows yesterday and Z goes, hell yeah. He said, man, I'm tired of this shit. Big up to Miko. Hey, Miko Dawes, what's going on, bro? I ain't seen you in a hot minute, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Miko Dawes, Two-Face, he said, stay there his ass. God damn, bro. That sounds like some sexual deviant shit. God damn. Pumpkin
like it is.
Christian, we got Christian JD 3000. Yo, and did y'all get Carlos Crespin Dreams? Has a 94, another one for PlayStation. Okay. So we good. I think that's TLR 9, and we got Cold Blood Sensei. What's up? And Eric A with the $2 says, "What's good, FNs?"
And also too, man, we got over 200 people and we got six. Let's get this up to 100 likes, man. We're gonna have a great show today, man. Like I swear, we gonna show up and show out, man. Like I said, you guys come in. We'll stop $6 come in. Type something in the chat. We try to shout you guys out. Hit the like button, share it out. What do you want to talk about first? We got a few topics here. Let's get into this. Okay. I'll do this. I'll say Phil for last. PS5 leaks coming out of Japan. Have you guys seen the leak or whatever the new thing here? You guys seen it?
The allegedly, I mean, this is all on Reddit, of course. They show a PlayStation Japan website, with the icons of the PS4, PS4 Pro, and all that, and then the PS5
in the chat
shows an icon that's very similar to the dev kit.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen. We
got a couple. While you doing that, we got a couple bills. We got we got Eric A was good FN, and we got Mike W. Says Z kick Amaziagio off the show. He's a supreme FN.
Yeah.
Damn.
You bugging.
Damn.
What it says here, PlayStation. That's it. Those two.
Yeah, I got them.
It says PlayStation Japan leak might confirm the PS5 design. A new leak which allegedly comes from the official PlayStation website in Japan shows a familiar shape. Ooh. I just peeped.
I mean, you have to look at the picture. I mean, you never know what these dudes these days.
I don't know, man. What y'all think about that design, man? I hope that's not it, bro.
Yeah, man. As long as that motherfucker
slightly
work.
different.
It don't matter, man.
But
This shit don't matter, bro.
I will say this though: if it looked like that, and the way the Series X look, then the Series S look like it's gonna have a really big power advantage.
What do you
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't think it matters,
Because of
man.
the size and the way the ventilation.
Ventilation.
Well, listen. To be fair, Noah, time to get your jaw broke. The original Xbox One was bigger than the PS4, and that didn't have a power. That didn't have a power advantage.
Z. But that's like a 13-year difference, cause technology has evolved, man. Come on, bro. You can't compare the original Xbox to the PS4.
They were scared of that red ring of death too.
Yeah, they were overcompensating.
No, he said the original Xbox, the OG.
Oh, the OG.
2001. Yeah, you can't compare that.
Yeah, you talking about 2013.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was bigger than the PS4.
Yeah, but you can't compare. Like this is like technology has evolved, like over years, bro. You can't, it's like flat screen TVs.
Hey, bro, I ain't saying it didn't evolve, but I'm just saying Sony is a hardware company. This is what they do. This is what pays the bill.
Did you not see the X?
I don't have.
But I'm saying.
I'm just saying, the X, aka Tower of Power, aka that's gonna be gimped by next generation. Blasphemous, brother.
But see, you gotta understand why I say that though.
Why must I understand, nigga? Do tell. One minute.
My Lord and Savior Phil Spencer said because of the power.
Okay,
but
he said they had to make the box that size because of the power. And the PS5 looked like the end of a vacuum cleaner.
About ventilation too.
And here's the thing: that motherfucker is shaped like a shoehorn, a lucky horseshoe, right?
Bruh.
But as long as that motherfucker work, like I don't care, man. As long as it works. That's at the end of the day, I'm gonna have even with the design of the Xbox. What do you call it? Series X, Xbox. I get booty. I'm gonna have that motherfucker probably most likely. I probably won't even stand it up. I'll probably have it laying sideways or stand on my desk somewhere. Or
lay on the stomach?
Lay on the side, on the stomach. You know what I mean? Right next to each other. You know what I mean? I'm keeping that bitch all the way above. You know what I mean?
Fuck going on here?
Stupid.
I'm gonna buck that pose. Yeah, I'm gonna have it both.
I'm saying keeping it a buck. Okay,
keeping it a buck. But like I said, normally, like honestly, when I game or whatever the hell, usually my well, not gonna be a little fake ass gaming studio, but the console is normally the bottom of my entertainment center of my TV. I don't really get to see that motherfucker anyway. So my thing, as long as it works, you know what I mean. I don't, design like motherfucker. I guess be looking too much in that. Oh, this one looks like a VCR. This one looks like a racer. As long as that motherfucker work, I can. I can give a rat's ass.
I can give a vacuum cleaner as long as it don't sound like a vacuum cleaner. Right?
Yeah, but like
I'm with you, Z. Yeah, as long as it works, bro. As long as that shit work.
But like I said, it has been known traditionally. If you look at the what do you call it? If you look at the Xbox Series X or Xbox X, One X, I'm sorry, and the what do you call that shit? The Xbox One S or the Project Scorpion. Those dev kits look exactly similar to the goddamn console. They didn't change nothing. The only thing about the Project Scorpio, it had on the front of the console or the dev kit with the frames per second and whatever was on it.
Yeah,
that's it. It was exactly the same. You know, slightly a little bigger.
Yeah, it was a little bit bigger. That's about it. Yeah, you about right. Yeah.
Hey, yo, my man, we got one here for Sony Profit here. Coming in cutting up already.
Sonny Prophet, he said, I've been gone to Tsunami, still holding his ankles for Phil. God damn.
Yeah, we gonna see, man.
Wait. Pause. I didn't say shit about Phil.
No, but you have in the past, and you will listen. Listen.
Okay, first of all, anybody that knows me is known that I'm not a Phil capper. That is toast.
Oh yeah. All I'm gonna say is this, right? Oh, you will pay for your sins. I told you. You had your wrong D in here. You will pay. They don't even know. They know when even take it for you because I'm good. Listen, I told you, man. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. You guys will pay for your transgressions, brother, for your sins against me on my show, on my platform. Told you I wasn't answer, right? Y'all talking about scaling and text down.
That wasn't based on nothing to do with Phil.
What?
My thoughts.
What? Oh wait, so that came up with your rabbit ass mind. No wonder.
But like we said yesterday, Phil is the head of the Xbox division. Yeah, it all comes back to Phil when you talk about Xbox.
Yeah, but whatever the case.
Get to the topics, man.
Shut the fuck up.
He said, I feel some type of way. I feel some type of way. Y'all ain't gonna school me.
Oh man, he's baffled right now. He said, "Whose man is this?"
Yeah, like who's that nigga on that name? What my pony? Who that J Dubs? What my pony?
Yo,
what's up, bro?
J Dubs, hey, bruh. You about to witness a Phil massacre, bro. Stay till the end of the show, man. You got to stay.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, it's going down today.
Yeah, we going in. 10 men deep. We going in.
Pause. No, we not.
Pause.
Man.
Cut his mic.
All right. So anyway, I got this right. Especially for the means. Yeah, when he go too far, pony, I'm gonna beat his ass back with the stick right here. I got the stick right here. When he go too far, pony, I'm gonna beat his ass back in line. Right. So anyway,
keep your cane, big guy.
You got it. So, like I said, from the PlayStation, official PlayStation in Japan, if you look at the symbol there, I showed it on screen, but again, they do have the, I guess they're talking about the consoles that support their PlayStation supporting. You have the PS5, the PS4, PS4 Pro, PlayStation VR, and they got some type of headset here. And the PS5 that they have circled is circled like the dev kit. I mean, the circle looks like the dev kit. And again, to me, it doesn't, cool with it. You know what I mean? As long as it works, I'm cool. Either way, you know what I mean? You got a little futurist. My son, Elroy, James, his wife, little Justin Field to it. You know what I mean?
Basically, Sprockets made this shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? As long as that motherfucker work, I'm all about it. You know what I mean? But that's, like I said, that's coming from PlayStation official website in Japan. So I don't believe in leaks. I think things happen intentionally, these little breadcrumbs. And then they also had a little video today talking about the heart, something on the PlayStation. Maybe they reveal that motherfucker on Valentine's Day. I don't know. But I'm a little concerned again. I hope I get my goddamn consoles come November. They get the control of this goddamn coronavirus. What you call it? Keighley virus? What do you call it? Goddamn disease? Ebola, whatever the fuck they got going on over China and the rest of the goddamn world.
Corona.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They didn't close. Hey, bro, outside of gaming, they didn't close. They didn't close the plant. Like Foxconn make a lot of shit for a lot of people. You know what I mean? All that shit come from Japan. You know what I mean? Hold on, we got some more bills here. Hold up.
We got Vedra with the 25 sec. He said, "Power without performance equals power without potential." God damn, this is getting prophetic. Post up with the close up said, "Half a lung where I'm from, asthma pump ain't nothing nice." Oh shit. Magic King D3000 says, "Tsunami, we're going to void your Xbox contract if you keep throwing posts under the bus. Protect Phil at all costs."
Oh man,
nah, buddy.
You can say, you know what I mean? Like I said, it is what it is. But moving right along, we got some more shit here. Powerful. My man said, "Powerful without performance, power without potential." We're going to talk about that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving right along. Geoff Keighley said it after 25 years was a hard decision. like giving up the bottle. You know what I mean? Drinking the junk for 25 years to come clean. He will know we long. Well, I guess he's not attending this E3. He won't be attending E3. And you guys' thoughts about it? I remember I didn't really. Last time we was at E3, or what, I remember he leaked the price of the X. Or the Scorpio, rather. Motherfuckers was upset about that.
Hey, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Hey, you know, Xbox had a fit. They should sue them for that. Sue this man. I ain't gonna lie, my man do got some. I'm gonna say this, like, no cap, he do got some questionable behavior, man. Was it down the crying over Kojima?
Facts, bro.
I just said, just come out and say you all for PlayStation. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Is what it is, but he does have some questionable behavior. But he said for whatever reason, right? He said he's not attending E3.
Yeah, it not only is not attending, he's not producing the show anymore.
What show did he?
It was called E3 Coliseum. Yeah. But it was on game, but it was pretty good, man. I mean, if you into games, obviously, it was called what? Game Slice. It was on Game Slice channel.
I don't have that channel, but I'm quite sure.
It's YouTube. I mean, it's YouTube channels.
Bro, listen, I don't watch that shit, nigga. But again,
pay for it though.
Hey, listen, I will say this: if IGN or somebody else, or if somebody will slide in and take that spot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So whatever the case may be, you know. We'll slide it in and get the spot from. Hold up, we got something else here from my man Mike
W with the $2 said Geoff Keighley smell like hot dog water. God damn.
But again, do you guys see this? You know, people saying E3 is dying, this, that, and the other. Yes, miss.
Yeah, bro.
I think you gotta admit it's dying. Yeah,
it's dead.
Wait. So that we're saying E3 is dying because Geoff Keighley's not coming?
No, listen. Here's the thing about it. That show is dying because, for one, Sony not going to be there. And for two, years back before this, motherfuckers has already started moving their shows to their own venues, their own time, their own days, doing their own thing. And it doesn't help when you got all the big major publishers doing their own stuff online anyway. So this is kind of natural progression. This is not, I mean, think about it. The guys have already said it cost them millions and millions and millions of dollars just to get the floor space, fly out there. And then on top of that, they opened the doors to the public, which they wasn't a fan of. They wasn't a fan of that.
I think that's the real problem for them. They don't want to deal with the musty ass people walking around that bitch.
Listen, all these people off the street coming, right? All these people, extra people off the street coming in there.
Crowded.
This is all. E3 has always been a show where you have the publishers, and you have the retail stores, you have everybody else there. And think about it, as fans, E3, we've always watched the stuff or read about it in the magazine.
But here's the thing: normally it was like media the first couple of days, and then it was the fans. It was not like all together.
No. The fans have only ever been to the outside events. It wasn't the inside E3 event.
E3 starts like way before, and then after PlayStation's done, then they let the fans come in.
No. They let them in day one now, bro. No, they let them in day one.
It was a couple years ago they started that.
Okay.
They literally started open the doors to the public like 2 years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
It hasn't been that long, but the regular folks like us, we would never been able to go there. We just been at home watching it on TV or reading about it in the magazines. That's it.
Spike is like, remember Spike? What's it called? Spike TV?
Yep.
Then why the fuck am I agreeing with J-Dub, man? What the fuck?
Hey, yo.
No, because it's common sense. Like,
I agree with you for some reason.
We can't be that attached to going to E3 when we literally it was just a couple of years ago when they even opened the doors to us. So we can't say that we're kind of, is it disappointing? Yes, it is. Because we would like everybody
having it.
If everybody, listen, one thing about it, when you go to E3, right, there's so many events. You can't get into, it's hard to get into Microsoft's FanFest event and get into their stage. It's hard to get into.
We're not talking about people going. We're talking about having and watching it. We're not talking about going.
Let me finish. Sit your ass. But and at the same time, You know, Z, you said that you was going to go to E3, right? We was thinking it was going to be a big thing. Sony going to be there, Nintendo, everybody going to be there. We got all these events going on.
Yeah, but listen, right now I got other plans to go to E3 and fight GRG.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
So I'm going there to fight GRG personally.
He gonna bring that pony cane with him.
Yeah.
But that gonna be his caregiver and shit.
Yeah.
You know, K-Mega looks like a Oompa Loompa.
Yeah,
You sound like an Oompa Loompa, fuck nigga.
Duly noted. Hold on, let me pay the free bill. Let me pay the free bill yet. My man Lou does said I can't be the only one. I was just talking about the commercial who thinks that the new PlayStation commercial implies cloud gaming. Yeah, but it was kind of weird. I mean, even see like the new PS4, PS5 video they put out today.
Beating hearts and shit. Yeah, beating hearts.
Cloud. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't know. But I'm sorry. As you were saying, J Dubs, like far as what, like. Like, hey, well, here's what to add with. I like, far as me being a fan, I don't hear. I hear myself.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, you gotta mute.
Wait, hold up.
Hello.
It's Jay.
Hello.
Yeah.
You went away. So anyway, so I was saying. Okay, so as me,
That wasn't me.
Yeah. So as me being a quote unquote a fan, just me sitting down on my ass and watching these guys go out there and put on a show, like to me, that's I don't think that can ever be did. Now, I like motherfuckers get to what's in the numbers. Sony just like I don't get caught up in all that shit. There, I just like to sit down and watch a show and watch these two motherfuckers battle it out. You know what I mean?
Do a podcast about it.
Yeah.
Right, do a podcast and like who won? Nigga, PlayStation won. So yeah, that's the shit I'm gonna miss.
What the fuck?
What happened?
You in the bathroom?
No, I was saying. No, well,
Your mic sound shit. Hey, bro, your mic sound like dog shit, brother.
Hey,
You sound like
he in the restroom
closet
taking shit.
Amazio.
Yeah.
Don't even compare him to me, nigga.
Yeah.
Don't compare me.
Yeah. But as I was saying,
Go back and slip it down.
but as I was saying, that right there is a little disappointing. Even let me be real, I'm not even into that. I'm not into that Nintendo shit. When they first doing their whole pre E3 thing and taped and.
I'm with you, Z. I'm with you. I want a conference so we can make fun of the motherfucker.
Whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
And that's some Oprah shit, bro.
Word around town, Tony felt disrespected when they paid that man $15 million to come out and hop on that flute. That white man just like a China man with that flute, and motherfuckers ain't appreciate the culture. And that fits. He was playing the motherfucking flute from back in the days of the Sumerians, and it went over motherfuckers' head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Infamous and Horizon Zero Dawn got married. Just
hey, yo, ain't gonna lie. They put a pause up. They had niggas exit from one studio to the next. Had another scene up here. Like, yo, these niggas ain't doing the most, bro.
See, let me ask you a question though, bro.
Yeah.
Jeff Keighley and everybody, Giant Bomb, all the mainstream media, they're saying that the problem is the activity on the showroom floor. And Jeff Keighley today said that he thinks that it would be a great idea for E3 to become more digital, meaning they do stuff and push shit out to people like us. That may not.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
That way they keep the enthusiasm up, but without having to smell all the stinking motherfuckers.
Are you talking about
That's what a direct is.
Are you talking about as far as the demos that they have on the floor?
Exactly, the demos like push them out. With cloud gaming, you can do
like as a demo. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. They were like, "Yo, it's available now. Like, go download the shit." That'd be sweet.
I don't think that's good.
As a person watching online, I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I want to see the shows.
Here's the
I want to
thing.
see what games are coming out. I want to see the conferences, and that shit don't make a difference to me.
Yeah, but you can do the shit digitally. Like, I mean, how you want to know the difference? You know what I'm saying?
Do it digitally.
Nobody can lie though. Nobody can lie. E3 2016 was the greatest E3 of all time.
Okay.
It was dope.
I hold that thought. Now, going back to what Moss just said, right? They did that, I remember, was the E3 2006 when they released their Fight Night 3 demo.
Right. I remember that.
That was huge.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was tight.
That was
and that game was amazing, bro. The graphics blew a nigga away.
That was huge. So if they were to do something like that and put out, instead of doing the showroom floor, but it's a business. They make so much more money. And I don't know. There we go.
I was going to say, but Blizzard kind of does something like that at BlizzCon. When you pay for a certain package, you know what I'm saying? You get special access and you get access to like games on Steam and shit like that. So with cloud gaming, you could push a demo out, for a $20 package. Push a demo out, give you special showroom floor access. They could do a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? So
they built
the only downside to that, Moss, is if somebody tries their game right over cloud streaming and it's subpar, they're gonna point fingers at the game instead of the surface. Yes, instead of the service. So you got to be careful with that.
Well, I didn't say streaming.
I say go back to the demo discs, or not the demo disc, but the
download,
like a sampler.
Yeah. Go back to the sampler days, man. I mean, that shit put like PlayStation on the map with that.
Nigga, those magazines with the little I remember samplers.
I remember epic shit. You get a magazine with a sample of a demo of a game that's coming out.
Hey, remember the PS1 had came like with a sampler disc that had like 3-4 little games on it. That shit was dope, man. I was playing
the rapper. That shit was tight.
One of those discs like brick your PlayStation.
No, that's the PS2.
Shut up. He always fanboying. Sit down, Zunai.
Hold on.
He accused somebody always fanboying. Hell no.
We got a couple.
Come on, Dirt. We've been agreeing on shit all night. Come on, my brother.
we got so.
Hey, Dirt. This Black History Month, brother.
Yeah, I know it, man. Yeah, I know it, man. I'm black too.
We got Sony profit with the $2. He says, I think Sony has something planned for E3 week. And then we also got the homie, the Ravenflow, back on the scene with the $5. Said mass digital demos and conferences should be sent out at E3. Jam-packed CDs from PlayStation created exposure. I bought games because of the visibility and ease. Facts.
Well, this is what I was saying,
I think I'm with Z, but go ahead.
But no, this is what I'm saying, right? No, I guess it's for those that can't go, right? And I guess people going to E3. Like I said, I watched the show, right, to see the show, right? And then whatever they charge people to get in, right? And which is an experience of itself. But I guess to make it for those that can't go, maybe Microsoft or Sony, I'm just saying for shits and giggles, charge $20, and whatever demo they may have there on the floor, whatever access to them, let them download those demos.
It's like a time thing.
Yeah, unlock the E3 after their press conference and let you play for 2 to 3 days to see if you like them or whatever the case may be. Whether they're still able to make because it's always about $1 to make money. If that is the case, like I said, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But also, to be honest with you, like I've also said there, that to me, in my opinion, EA doesn't need a show, Ubisoft doesn't need a show, or whoever else, third party, Ubisoft, because their multiplayer games are getting showed or displayed or played on the Xbox, Switch, or Xbox, PlayStation, or Switch, or whatever, or PC. So I never understood why them really having
those
a show.
Are select games though. They don't have the smaller games. That's why.
Well, I'm just saying this period. This I don't understand why they really needed a show. I don't watch it when I watch E3. I don't watch it for EA's show or Ubisoft show. I watch it for Sony's or Nintendo's. Not damn sure I watch Nintendo. I'm sorry, Sony, Nintendo's, or Xbox. I don't watch Nintendo shit. A deeper dive within Assassin's Creed. Not really looking for that. And again, I can't stream it. Ubisoft funny with they shit anywhere. They hit you with a copyright online, copyright straight in the heartbeat. You know what I mean? So,
but Z, get this. Ubisoft is a super large company, so they have to show what they got.
Yeah.
Because they don't just have one franchise; they have a lot of games. And
because I would say
Ubisoft and Activision and EA, Ubisoft is the largest third-party publisher in the world. They do more games than everybody.
And some people were saying like Square fucking won E3, like so their show.
Oh yeah, that Final Fantasy 7 demo.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand the space where like there's not enough time to like show off every single one of your games. So I get why they want to do a show for themselves.
You can't gotta save something for next year.
Yeah, but that just dance shit that they be doing at Ubisoft, that joint be funny as shit.
What's good?
What's going on, Post? What's up, Post?
Oh, this nigga.
What's going on, bro?
All right. Well,
for long where I'm from, I can't breathe. Face ass out of here, boy. What's up,
Are you still itching, my nigga?
Mm-hmm.
On the real, boy. I'm gonna get you. Make sure your chick give you a lung for. You make sure your chick give you a lung and a breathing machine for Valentine's Day. Fucking.
Look. I got a gift for you, bro. These are 2 tickets to the planetarium. Go out there and find your home world, man.
And go out there and fuck out of here, bro. What's going on, man?
What's
I've
up,
seen a lot of people. What's the discussion about? What we talking about?
Oh, okay. We just finished with Geoff Keighley skips E3, and I was asking the question. I'll keep people saying E3 is dead, and whether they hype it. I don't know whether they hype it. I don't know. Geoff Keighley, not really my thing.
I
but
think the core values isn't there no more. I think the transitioning they make with all these musicians and artists and getting away from the core value of what E3 is, I don't think a lot of people is down with that.
But here's the thing:
we're gonna see. We're gonna see where it goes. We're gonna see where it goes when this E3 coming up, and see how it is, and see what people been talking about in terms of the changes that they've been making. What's up, G?
I know what's going on, good brother. What you about to say, Tsunami?
No, Sam, like as much as we like him and Hall about who's there and who's not, the viewership is still there. People are still interested. People are watching more than ever. So as far as saying dying, I don't agree with that because
I mean the numbers are going up.
People are craving for this information. They want to
the
see what's
business
new.
is changing. I think that's what we really mean.
Everything is changing, and this is what
the whole industry is changing. And this is
no matter what platform you support, all right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The industry as a whole is changing. And
Absolutely.
when you say the industry, no matter what we talk about as fanboys, these companies work together to preserve the industry that they generate their money from. So I know there are competitors at the end of the day, but when it comes to protecting the industry, when it comes to moving it forward, all them companies roll together.
They're like the NFL.
Yeah,
look at teams. They still a shield.
Look at them in terms of the partnership. They say they're going to work together for a cloud initiative to move the game. So that means Microsoft saying, look, and Sony saying, look, we're going to come together. This whole cloud initiative that the industry is about to move to, we're going to make sure we at the forefront, and we're going to work together to do that.
Hold on, I'm order my daughter pizza.
Do you really care though? Boy, shit aside.
Do you really care?
Realize it from a business and the industry standpoint, and from that perspective, all of them ride together.
How's that bring you better games?
Here we go.
Look, all that shit you just said.
Look, let me tell you something. Look,
I don't care about using your phone on the bus, my nigga.
Let me tell you something. That's y'all favorite question. How does it?
It's the best answer, nigga.
Look, I like what I like. What you like, I might not like. I don't give a fuck.
Is that what you like?
Look, I don't give a fuck what you like.
Wipe your
We're talking about E3, fuck nigga.
Yeah, you talking about E3
This whole thing about Microsoft don't have no games. When you could literally turn on the system and play any game you want, and then y'all move the goalpost to where it don't got no. Well, I don't care about what's exclusive to the system and what other people. I don't care about what other people playing. Why do I care about what other people get opportunities to play? If I'm enjoying myself with my guys and we playing the same game, then who cares?
You got it.
You button.
Oh shit.
This nigga dropped the mic, didn't he? What the fuck?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm out.
Go ahead, Farrakhan.
He sound like Dr. Umar Johnson. His phone's just dropped, bro.
Your phone?
Yeah, who let this bootlick on the show, man? Man, I'm finna hop out. My girl just brought me my plate. I'll be back.
Where you going? Where you going?
Eating a ramen noodle omelet.
Yeah, I'm back. Hold on, I have to order my daughter something to eat.
That nigga was cooning.
Oh man,
he was cooning.
Damn. But as I was saying, as far as E3 being dead or whatever the case may be, here's the thing, right? And before we switch topic into the real juicy shit of the show, what if, say for just a giggle, this is me hopping in an alternative universe, right? And Microsoft goes out that bitch and knocks it out of the park. Right, which I'm hoping that they do with me just being a gamer. Right.
What the fuck you laughing at, nigga?
We said that last year, Z. Come on,
bro. Listen. I'm not one to sit here wait to E3. That's not what I'm saying here, bro. I'm just saying What if they come out that motherfucker and have a good show, right? You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie, what they did for the video,
I mean,
the video game was
I
show.
hope they have a good show because people was paying to go. Like you feel me? People.
Oh no, well I'm just saying this overall for gaming. This for gaming.
They're gonna
bring last year, bro.
They're supposed to
that
bring
E3 hurt last year, bro.
Right.
Microsoft is gonna bring
those
18.
that actually paying money to go out there. Like I'm hoping to have a good show for those people that enjoy
Listen.
themselves.
Yeah.
And saddest thing.
Thanks, Mr. Manhattan. I appreciate that, man.
Listen, what it costs GRG to get there, I can give 2 fucks about.
Oh,
now, what I'm saying is, like, I'm just saying this as it being a gamer, and Microsoft comes out that bitch, puts the pressure on Sony, and I keep saying gaming is at its best when they're both out there, battling and lobbying for our dollars. Fuck whoever you prefer. Like that's the truth, right? Now. What if they come out there, motherfuckers, show some good shit, get gamers excited about whatever they got going on with their platform? Will E3 still be dead? I mean, they had E3 to themselves last year, moves to wide open layup, but the game went online. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying, I want some money. I bet Tim, I told Tim to go out there, bitch, and drop a deuce. He bought me NBA 2K20. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I say that to say this again.
Still ain't played yet.
I've been on some other shit, right? Splitting with shit. But I'm just saying, what E3 will still be considered dead. Because I ain't gonna lie, if Microsoft doesn't realize this is what I'm saying right here, King. Before we get into the other topic, if they don't really, realize the position or predicament that they're in, the hole that they're dug themselves in, and saying, hey, you want motherfuckers to go out there and invest in another $5 console. Because regardless of what motherfuckers say, they want you to buy that box. I know money's made outside the goddamn box, but we're talking about $1 billion goddamn investment. They want to get their money back on their investment. And how to get motherfuckers back, to their ecosystems, whether with your software and services, you got to have something attractive there. Regardless of how they make their money. And I'm not here to talk about no one's money, right? So you can't, xCloud ain't going to do it. This, that, and the other. It's got to be the games. Former and former, it has to be the games that make someone to want to invest, quote unquote, into that ecosystem, right? That's a fucking fact. Ain't no spinning that bitch. Wherever they put it, always comes back down to the games, right? So, here's me hoping. It's me gaming. I'm not saying they will do it or they won't. You know what I mean? They come out that motherfucker, have a decent show. You know what I mean? Show get motherfuckers excited about the future, and then boom, what does? Make Sony go out that motherfucker. They got to deliver. You know what I mean? Nintendo does their own thing over there, and I don't, really, and I'm just being real. I'm not into that. Not knocking those that like that Nintendo shit, but bro, I ain't with that Mario shit. It ain't for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
they supposed to be there. They gonna be there.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, but
Well, I predicted this the same way as I do every year. This E3 of Microsoft is going to be an entertaining show as far as full of laughter, but it's going to be another. It's going to be another dog shit show, and I'm not being full of laughter. I'm being real shit. Like they said, wait till E3 2013, E3 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Hold on,
Nothing.
It was some good E3s in there. It was some good E3s
delivered. Microsoft didn't deliver shit.
So what was your favorite E3? Wait. What was your favorite E3?
My favorite E3 was E3 2016.
Did you play any of those games?
Nope.
Oh shit!
Got him. Hey yo,
nigga ain't play Days Gone. Nigga ain't play Spider-Man. Nigga ain't play shit.
Nigga play God of War.
Hey yo, that's what. Hey, Maziago. Hey, that's what capping goes wrong, big fella. You gotta know.
And we got this real comp. Hey man, what was it?
He said this shit with pride too.
Yeah, hold on. We got some bills here.
We got a bill here. Let me pay this bill. Let Big O get the smelling salts. Ravenflow with the $2 says exclusive content sales. xCloud not its reach.
All right, we got some more. We got some more today.
Who else we got? No, that's
all.
Tage the Mage with the $2 says, "What's up, Z and company? I just got off of work. Big ups to you."
Yeah.
And Child of God 229 with the $2 said, "Microsoft just linked up with Samsung and Apple."
And Jordan.
Hey, bro, what they gotta do?
Oh
listen,
gosh.
listen.
What they gotta do with games, man?
Yeah, all that's well.
Statement, fuck nigga.
All that's well and good. I ain't gonna
We
lie.
all know who's not gonna play no games.
Yeah, all that's well and good. Who they linked up with, but it's all about the games. I ain't gonna lie, that little Jordan themed Xbox One X look kind of what they're charging for it with the Jordans with the red control. That should be collector's edition. I think that's.
Wait,
dope.
how much is that?
Don't know yet. I don't even know if they fucking selling. I don't even know if they selling it to the
I
public.
just want to know how much.
No, it's just one system they're gonna raffle off.
Oh yeah, there you go. So there you go. Point for that. But that was dope.
It came from J-Dub. Now I gotta look into it.
Like, you can't do collabs with corny niggas like that work. Man, come on. Doing a deal with Microsoft? That sounds suicide.
It's American business.
Hey man, why you so negative all day?
You can't. Oh, okay. All right.
You come this bitch super negative, nigga.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Negative all day.
Major, you taking swag advice from Major Nelson? Come on.
Hey, that's a good point. Hey, you got a good point right there, my brother.
You feel me? Like, come on, man.
All right, hold on. We got another bill here from my brother AP the Shooter.
AP the Shooter. Yeah. He says, Sue, if you for the games and visuals, then you must have cut yourself the last 4 to 5 years, FN. Stop capping for that dog-ish. You and post up the heads of blacks for Xbox, fuck niggas.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
But you always on the box with us, fuck nigga. You be on the box with us. I want to hit his double fuck, nigga. Cut your box off and
talk that shit, nigga.
Then you can talk shit.
Okay, well, anyway, moving right along. In this right here, we're gonna have some fun with this right here.
Microsoft puts the M in MAGA. Oh man.
Oh yeah, you ain't lying, bro. Now I want to say right here, this right here, right?
Oh shit.
How should I say this? Oh, I hear. What the hell is that in the background?
It's a Maggio, man. He's still talking.
Hey, somebody beat their wife? What the fuck?
Phone sounds like that.
Now, I missed the train.
Oh, nigga, I had to mute you. Okay, hold on.
What is nigga watching?
All right, hold on. So anyway, I've said on this show here numerous times that if they're talking about no console left behind, and this, that, and the other, right? Which they said at the beginning, that was a whole mantra, right? And I said, and I've also said, even if Microsoft has a more powerful console, if Sony's just making games exclusive wise for the PlayStation 5 and up, for the PlayStation, 5, their games are going to look better aesthetically, graphically, right? Motherfuckers were talking about scaling. I said I said 2013 hardware is going to hold shit behind. I don't give a fuck how you fucking spin it, right? So, motherfucker, look, I had my man Zoo talking about, with the new textiles and what they can do in the cloud, and I'm sitting back like, yo, we can't be doing this here, bro. Like, yo, bro. So, hey, Mo, so what happened on this Gamer Tag radio show?
Okay, so Phil came on Gamer Tag Radio, 1000th episode, and out the gate, they asked this dude about parity. You know what I'm saying? People have been talking about it. How is it going to affect the Xbox Series X, being that there's not going to be at least first-party games exclusive to the console? And it took your boy, Motormouth Phil Spencer 3 minutes to answer the goddamn question, but he got around to it. And he came clean on parity, and nobody's talking about it, but Ambulance Chasing Mars. I'm talking about it right here. You know what I'm saying? So,
talk this shit.
So if you want to, I don't know if you want to play the clip, but it's the clip.
I'll play the clip. What do you want to
play the clip? Play the clip.
All right,
there's 3 clips. Yeah. There's and everybody mute their mics after he play each clip. But there's 3 clips. One clip where he's talking about he's putting the players first, putting the players first strategy. I'm
gonna play that one first. Okay, you want to explain it before I play it, or what?
No game.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna explain all 3 of them. First, he says he's putting players first. Then in the second clip, you're going to hear him talking about this bullshit Tsunami was saying it's going to scalable and ailable and all that other dumb shit.
How we do clip by clip? So part 1, he said he's putting players first. Now, what do you mean by that? Or what
he's putting players first as he's trying to introduce his long-winded answer to this. He's trying to explain to you why parity will have an effect on it in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So he's opening up to say their strategy isn't about the hardware; it's about the player.
All right, I'm gonna play this right now. All right,
okay.
Wait a minute, you're taking away my excitement for a new hardware launch, for a new console launch, and you look at a game like Halo Infinite, which, in my opinion, is probably the most important game you've made in the history of Xbox. Not to mention, this is the most important year in the history of Xbox. But people are saying, well, what's my incentive now to go buy a Series X? Why are you making this change to not have Halo Infinite and all the other titles that you'll have this holiday exclusive to the platform. So I know that was very long-winded, but I wanted to make sure I got it out of the way. But can you kind of explain your approach in philosophy going into this next generation of gaming?
Yeah, sure. And first, I mean, good. You accurately picked up at that showcase in 2016. I know I kind of confused some people, even some people on my own team, but I had a view. We had been working as a leadership team on where we were going to be going, and I thought it was important to stand up and at least try to give some kind of roadmap, so that people, as things were coming into place, as we would announce new things, that people could kind of say, "Oh, okay, well, I understand how this fits." In a vision that from our perspective is a vision putting the player at the center and not putting the device at the center.
He has a vision of putting the player at the center and not the device.
Uh-oh.
To me,
that's speak. That's speak
Phil, and that's and you'll hear that he's saying that because he's playing.
It shouldn't have took him 3 minutes to just, and all he did was talk about a vision, but he never explained Microsoft's vision. So that.
Oh, he's going to get to it, and wait till we get to the center, to the juicy part. But what he's doing is, this is what Phil typically does. He warms you up for his bibble babble. What he's trying to say is that there's a strategy to where their answer to parity is that they're putting the player first. They want players to be able to play with everybody and not miss out on games. That's why they don't have exclusives for Xbox Series X. And then he's going to round it up with saying that there are going to be some concessions made, but as long as people can play with each other and dance with unicorns and shit, it doesn't even matter. That's basically what he's trying to say.
So basically, there's no reason.
You want to get to the next clip? In the next clip, he's going to talk about, well, we're at least going to try our best with visuals. He says that in the next clip.
All right, hold on. Let me hear. Said Ravenflow said, Phil. I said, hey Z, when are you gonna raffle off that Xbox spray, bro? And Phil has a vision. He needs new glasses. All right, hold on. Check this shit out. Now here again. Now this is what I'm talking about. It says part 2, aiming for scalability and visual fidelity.
Specifically on exclusives or non-exclusives, I mean, one of the benefits that we have just sitting inside of Microsoft is we've obviously been close to the development of what's been going on PC for years.
Right.
And I think today, if we look at the PC ecosystem, we'd see some of the best, most highest fidelity games anywhere sitting on high-end gaming PCs. And some of those same games are actually able to run on PCs that are a few years old that have much less capability.
Play this again. Here.
Specifically on exclusives or non-exclusives, I mean, one of the benefits that we have just sitting inside of Microsoft is we've obviously been close to the development of what's been going on PC for years.
Oh, right.
And I think today,
so in that part, he's saying, we're going to get, we can do some scaling. We can get some visuals stuff. But now we get to the final part where he answers the question on parity that people miss. And I don't know how they missed this.
Okay, here we go.
Obviously, when we built our strategy with Series X, we started with that in mind. If we wanted to go build a gaming console that was going to be the absolute best that we could deliver on a television and deliver unique capability to creators that they could use to go create the best games. But you don't want to do that to the exclusion of everybody else. And you also want to do that hand in hand with developers, because developers want to find the widest audience possible at the same time. And yes, there are always trade-offs in what you're going to do from developing each individual game. And I'm not going to go dictate to every studio, every third-party studio, kind of what they have to go support.
Wait, what? Hold on, let me play that one more time. This motherfucking snake was swing.
Obviously, we built our strategy with Series X. We started with that in mind. If we wanted to go build a gaming console that was going to be the absolute best that we could deliver on a television and deliver unique capability to creators that they could use to go create the best games. But you don't want to do that to the exclusion of everybody else. And you also want to do that hand in hand with developers, because developers want to find the widest audience possible at the same time. And yes, there are always trade-offs in what you're going to do from developing each individual game. And I'm not going to go dictate to every studio, every third-party studio, kind of what they have to go support.
There are always trade-offs to support older hardware. So I say this again, right? And it's something I said before, right? Bro, I done brought this up several times. How it's very unhealthy. You talking about I'm buying this $5 goddamn console and my shit gonna be held back by 2013 hardware, and we talking about trade-offs. And I said before to you guys, this is a fucking issue and a problem. You motherfuckers argued me down. To you haven't had D-Black. My 2080 Ti is not holding back the 20. He didn't even have a 2080 Ti. But I'm just holding back my 1060. Like, it's a fucking problem. So it doesn't even matter. Let me say this again. It doesn't even matter if the X Series X is more powerful than the PS5, right? Or whatever the fuck the case may be. If they're still making games to run on 2013 hardware, Sony's games, I'm not saying they're not going to do any cross-gen development, but there's going to be a point where they're going to pull the line and their games are going to look better aesthetic fidelity, graphically wise, aesthetic. And I've been saying that shit for forever. You talking about trade-offs? Like, again.
But what about Sony? Sony's gonna do the same thing. That's the way the industry. That's the way the industry's going.
So Moss, that's the way the industry's going. Moss, you gonna leave out the part of the interview? You gonna leave out the part of the interview with Phil Spencer saying he's not gonna dictate third party?
That's what he said. He played it. He's not gonna. He said studios and
hold on. I got my shield up.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, bro. Stop it.
So Mars, that worked both ways. It worked both ways.
Wait.
What but work both ways?
What the fuck?
But what about Sony? But what about Sony?
Look, if Phil is not going to dictate to
third party
what they're going to do, that means third party has the ability to go all out if they want to, and to make games exclusively to series if they want to.
Okay.
And another question: how does this make Stadia better, fuck nigga?
Hey yo,
I love it. That's how you know it works. I love it.
Look, hey Moss, I want Moss.
Yes,
I'm playing xCloud on iPhone right now. What about Stadia? What's
how
the
many frames
latest
you
on
playing
Stadia and iPhone?
I bet you that xCloud sounds slower than you right now.
No.
Oh man.
I'm gonna pay the bills right quick.
Go ahead, Z, my bad.
Let's go. Coop Man said, "Why can't man continue to make himself look delusional? Because that's K Mega, and he's the head sole proprietor behind GRG News." Like I was saying, now, of course, Phil can dictate what third party does. Ubisoft, EA, but he can't dictate what first party does. His own studio.
But they've already said the first 2 years.
Brother, hey, bro, I just played. Listen, brother, I just played what the man said.
Z,
brother,
that don't make no sense, though. Z,
how doesn't?
You guys criticize the man or Microsoft for being controlling of the studios in terms of what they do and how they output their games.
What?
And then when he come around and say, "Hey, we give these studios freedom," y'all want him to go and force these studios to do certain things. Come on,
not
what are we
like
doing
not
here?
like this.
What poster don't want to?
Hey, bro.
Hey, poster. What developer don't want to make the box sing using your words? Now, come on.
Look. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The initiative. Drew from the initiative just made a tweet today that said, "Who thinks graphics don't matter? Of course, graphics matter." And he made a statement saying that visually,
not like this post,
graphics matter. You know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about?
Hey, Post, let me play this for you again, because you're talking about third party. Right? When he said third party,
I'm talking about first party.
He didn't say first party.
third.
That's only for the first 2 years. After that,
brother. Go back to the
No,
again.
I'm telling Z saying he want Phil to go to first party and say, "Hey, do this and do that." But then they criticize Microsoft for the same thing. This is what I'm saying.
If you were saying that again, first, but there will be some trade-offs. We talk about exclusive content. I'm not talking. You talking about trade-offs? So of course there will be some trade-off. This is coming from this man's mouth. Of course there will be some trade-offs when you're talking about fitting these games down to 2013 hardware. That's what I'm talking about.
Trade-offs at the beginning of a generation, bro. It's always trade-offs at the beginning of a generation.
Well, but when you don't include old hardware, then you have situations where, like in Dead Rising 3, you can have 1,000 zombies on Rise, like Digital Foundry said.
Your point is excluded because you a Stadia fuck.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, yo, did you listen to the show? Hey, Post, could you play the show in the back? Will you listen to it? I'm going to play this again. Right? Listen.
Go ahead. But then we've got feedback where people have said, wait a minute, you're taking away my excitement for a new hardware launch, for a new console launch. And you look at a game like Halo Infinite, which in my opinion is probably the most important game you've made in the history of Xbox. Not to mention this is the most important year in the history of Xbox. But people are saying, well, what's my incentive now to go buy a Series X? Why are you making this change to not have Halo Infinite and all the other titles that you'll have this holiday exclusive to the platform? So I know that was very long-winded, but I wanted to make sure I got it out of the way. But can you kind of explain your approach in philosophy going into this next generation of gaming?
Yeah, sure. And first, I mean, good. You accurately picked up at that showcase in 2016. I know I kind of confused some people, even some people on my own team, but I had a view. We had been working as a leadership team on where we were going to be going, and I thought it was important to stand up and at least try to give some kind of roadmap so that people, as things were coming into place, as we had announced new things, that people could kind of say, oh, okay, well, I understand how this fits in a vision that from our perspective is a vision putting the player at the center and not putting the device at the center.
And I'm gonna play the next one next to that. Aiming for
specifically on exclusives or non-exclusives. I mean, one of the benefits that we have just sitting inside of Microsoft is we've obviously been close to the development of what's been going on PC for years.
Right.
And I think today, if we look at the PC ecosystem, we'd see some of the best, most highest fidelity games anywhere sitting on high-end gaming PCs. And some of those same games are actually able to run on PCs that are a few years old that have much less capability.
And last but not least, my man explains it all in here in true fashion. Hold on, yeah. So anyway, here we go. But accepting parity trade-offs to support older hardware.
Obviously, when we built our strategy with Series X, we started with that in mind. If we wanted to go build a gaming console that was going to be the absolute best that we could deliver on a television and deliver unique capability to creators that they could use to go create the best games. But you don't want to do that to the exclusion of everybody else. And you also want to do that hand in hand with developers, because developers want to find the widest audience possible at the same time. And yes, there are always trade-offs in what you're going to do from developing each individual game. And I'm not going to go dictate to every studio, every third-party studio, kind of what they have to go support.
Listen, okay, now I don't know how you want to split. Listen, I got to go to the door and get the pizza. I'm gonna get my man.
I got it. I listened, and I got my counter argument, but you can go first.
But no, listen. I gotta go pay for this. My daughter's pizza at the door.
I'm gonna let Post Up go. I'm just gonna say
right
Post
back.
Up.
Wait. We're gonna pay the bills first. I was playing the audio, but
yeah. We got Ruham with the $10. Hold on, my bad. Ruham says, Post, that spicy cabbage getting to your head, laugh out loud. What's good, guys? This is my show. Post Up, eyes running from that spicy cabbage. And we got Coop Man with the $5. He said Post has to validate his Phil Tramp stamp, so he'll defend his master at all costs. Give it up, Post. It's over. Xbox competing with Subway Surfer now. God damn.
Damn.
All right, go ahead,
Look,
Poster.
let me say this, and I know some on the panel may agree with me and some may not. Which you're transitioning. You want to bring your previous base from the previous gen over to the new gen, but we know that the first time buyers are the hardcore gamers. They're gonna jump out the gate. And we know it's going to be gamers that like to wait a year and let the hardcore jump out the gate to be the test dummies before they go buy anything. So you don't want to alienate that fan base that you're trying to gradually bring over, because we know everybody is not going to come over out the gate, and so you don't want to alienate those players from the content that you're putting out. Yes,
so
you could make it exclusive to Series X and force them to, but in this case, what he's saying, for what it sounds like to me, we can force them to. We can put this content on Series X and force them to come over. But we also can say, hey, you can still access this content to come over to the. It's there too, and you can play it at a higher fidelity, speed, or whatever. All of the other bells and whistles, but. We're gonna see. I think Sony got an approach where they saying, "Hey, they're gonna make content exclusive to PS5 and force people to come over." How that's gonna work out?
It was exclusively mentioned that you can do some high fidelity, you can do some good stuff, but you don't want to do it at the alienation of prior generations, and then you're going to have trade offs. So that spoke tells to me, and my thoughts to that is. Games for the 360, like Call of Duty 2, you know what I'm saying, that came out that was just like, wow, that couldn't be done on the original Xbox. Like those are, to your point, Post Up, the hardcore get the box first. So within that first year, you don't have anything analyzing for the hardcore, because the hardcore you can just keep the older hardware if it's just about playing with your friends. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have the exclusive content that. Even though it's early on, you make the box sing the best way you can earlier on to show off some of the newer tech. You know what I mean?
Well, they did came out. Hold on, I'm gonna let you go after this, Noah. They did came out and say, look, we might not have first party exclusives there, but that doesn't mean we won't have third party exclusives. So they wasn't talking about all Xbox games. They was only talking about first party. So that lets me know there'll probably be some deals there, just like Sony have. For some third party exclusives. Go ahead, Noah.
Oh, I'm gonna piggyback on what you're saying, Post. Yeah,
both of them L's, so it don't matter.
They won't dictate the third party, right?
Yeah.
And this coincides with what Matt Booty said. The first 1 or 2 years, they're not going to alienate, the old hardware. But just looking at the game plan, this is what I think they're doing. I think they're trying to hold off with the Series X exclusives until they get the X Cloud running. Because the Xbox One X and the Xbox S will be able to run the newer games using xCloud.
But I mean that's interesting. But again, it's a new strategy that's cutting off.
Good
Hey, boss, can I ask a question?
Look at ball.
If we're talking about going forward, where it doesn't matter where you play the game as long as you get a chance to play it, only people are going to get mad about the super hardcore or the fanboys because they want to say. This is for my box. Nobody else can have it, or this is the best version look like. But if I play Gears 5 on my Xbox One X right now, it's 4K 60, and it's still playing on every other device. Why would this be a problem for me?
Because it's not about you. If you want to be the person that gets the box at first, and you want to have it, bling a little bit at first. You know what I'm saying? Look at Call of Duty 2. Look at the games that came out at launch with the Xbox 360. Look at Rise. Look at Dead Rising 3. People got that box. They paid that extra money up front, and they got experiences that could only be catered on that box because it utilized some of that power. That's stuff that people, that the hardcore like to do. So you're throwing it out the window.
Call of Duty 2.
No, you didn't have the Viametric fog. You didn't have a lot of that shit that was on the 360.
Moss. We was 9 years.
Post you bought the bottom post. Post you bought the bottom.
Moss, what I'm
That's
saying
how you know
is,
he lying.
He talking from the X Cloud.
if I can still play the game on the system, it looks better than everybody else. Since we care about power, why is this a problem?
Wait, what? Say it again.
No. It's not just about the looks. It's about the gameplay implementation too. I use Dead Rising 3 as an example.
That's what I'm saying. Power features, whatever. If I have the best version outside of a PC, why is it a problem?
Okay.
The best you talking about it a multi? Go ahead, Z. You talking about
we can just build here right quick. Post.
Yeah. Hold on.
We got Coop and we got Sony.
Yeah, we got Coop. Yeah. Sony Prophet said, "Bro, this dude is telling you to face. It's over." And Xbox guys won't admit it. Golly.
All right, no. You said what? No, what the R&B say? What's the problem?
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying if the concept is as many people can play, but each version is for whatever reason different because of the features, because of what the box can do. And I'm saying, going back to Gears 5 on Xbox One X, if that's the best version of the game outside of PC, and it doesn't stop it from having 4K 60, whatever, why should that bother me?
All right, I'm going to explain to you. All right, listen. All right. You have multiplats, right?
Yeah, I hear you. I just mute my mic. Go ahead, man.
You got multiplats, right? There was a lot made of 900p to 800p. It wasn't really a big deal, right? But now it's about exclusive. So what I said before, I said this. If you got the world's most powerful console, right? And across the street, say if Sony console is less powerful, but they're only making exclusive games, right? For their hardware, their games is gonna come back to the same issue again with the Pro and the X, where their games exclusively. I'm not talking about what you enjoy more. What you get more replay value aesthetically. Their games are gonna look, how you say, games are gonna look better graphically. They say, hey, Sony can do more with less. You're gonna run into that same issue all over again. And they talking about there's some trade-offs. So maybe Gears 5 or Gears 6 couldn't have been as great as it could have been. Why? Because they're still gonna put this shit on 2013 hardware. This is what you guys are understanding. That the game is being held back again. He said there's going to be some trade-offs.
That's understood, Z, but it's not gonna be like that forever.
Bro, I'm gonna say what
But
if you
hold on. Z, you talking about just looks, not how it runs or performance. If it runs fine, just how it graphics how it looks, because God of War looks. Wait, he said looks.
There's gonna be things that the new hardware can do that the old can't.
Wait, but hold on. God of War still only runs on graphics or performance, so I can't do both on a PS4 Pro. So what are we talking about here?
Okay, so let me give you an example. Horizon Zero Dawn was supposed to have fly, right? Let's just say if there's a Horizon Zero and there's a multiplayer, it's going to be flying on it, and guess where else it ain't going to be? It's not going to be on the PlayStation 4 because it's not capable on the PlayStation 4. But if it was being placed on the PlayStation 4, guess what they would have to cut out? The flying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's gameplay implementation that's involved here. And the people that buy the shit within the first 2 years are the people that specifically look for that. So you're going to get the same old experience that's just up-res, but you're going to have to pay $500 or $600 for it. A lot of people ain't cool with that.
But listen, Mikey Barra already said that. He said when you're making a game, you got to think of it this way. When they go in with a design of a game, they say, what's the least common denominator in order for us to make this game? And if they say it's the 2013 OG Xbox, we got to make sure that that game is able to run on that system. Then the whole design of the game has to be implemented where it runs off of that. That means if they say, I want a big, open, expansive world, I want this, I want no load times, I want this. They can't do that. So they have to change that game at the beginning. They're not going to do the game that they really want to do because it's held back by the OG Xbox.
Oh, we got to pay this bill right here. My man, you love Davey. Dalby, you see him?
Oh, you love Davey. He said, why y'all acting like third-party developers don't support previous gen and the start of a new generation? Next COD will be on Xbox at the Series X, PlayStation 5, X1, and PlayStation 4.
Well, Godfall is a third-party developer. They're not supporting. Godfall is not being supported on old hardware.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
except for PC hardware.
Sony is the only. Listen, Sony is the only company that has went on record saying at launch day one they will have games that will only be on PS5. It will not be able to run on the PS4 or the PS4 Pro. So that's a more incentive, right? That's and obviously they hadn't showed their hands yet. So come on with the nonsense. We're being real here, right?
So
I'm just saying.
Wait,
no, let me finish, man. Let me finish.
Go ahead. Long talking ass nigga. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm done.
All right, cool. So yeah, Godfall is going to PC. but that PC hardware is not to the spec of the PS5.
It's not going to be it's not going to be as long of a gap as you for hardware that's all the way back from 2013. Like for instance, Call of Duty this year, the oldest hardware don't go back that far. You know what I'm saying? Like it's what the minimum specs is like what 2 teraflops or something. That's for a 2019 game. Xbox is proposing supporting 1.3 teraflops going into 2020, 2021, even 2022. Come on, bro, it's a big difference.
Well, it's a year or two, maybe. We're getting 2 years out.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
because
to be fair, how many games is that actually?
Hey, bro, to be fair, I'm just going with what this man said right here. He ain't getting no time for 1 to 2 years. He said it was some trade-offs.
They did give time for it. They said a year or two, right?
Where? You heard him? You heard me? You heard me? You didn't hear? Now, use a goddamn Lonzo, and I love it.
No. What you call it? Didn't was it Matt Booty say?
They're talking about Matt Booty.
Who the fuck is Matt Booty? Hootie?
The president of gaming, nigga.
Man, he gonna sit his ass. What
Hey,
game?
bro.
What game? What game? He gonna give?
Only begotten son. That's who he is.
Yeah, man.
Hey, look, Phil Spencer pivots so many times you can't believe nothing Matt Booty. Phil's fault. We gonna show you in the next set of clips.
Motherfuckers don't even be on the same page, bro. Like
facts,
Matt Booty he'll say something, and Phil will just go ahead and say something different.
And fuck it all up.
Yes. You know what I think is happening with them is that Matt Booty's talking more than he should, and Phil's trying to bring him back. Like
no. Hey, Z, show the next clip. Z, show the next slide, please. Can you show the next slide? Slide number 5.
I think Matt Booty is more like true to his words, because that's probably what's going to happen. Where Phil was more diplomatic with his words.
So basically, you're saying that we should
yes, I am.
So what you're saying that we should listen to Matt Booty and not Phil, basically. So
you know what?
Phil,
what I'm saying is that
that's what you
when
just
Matt
said.
Booty comes out and says something, is less PR
No, we
speak.
just forget what both of them says because they just cancel each other out. How about that?
The Netflix
game. Don't even worry about that, because we're about to shut that whole bull crap down. All right, so you got it up on screen, Z?
I'm gonna share. You talking about the Netflix thing?
Yeah, the Netflix thing. Yeah.
Oh, we got 1 billion before I get to that.
Okay, my bad. Let's see here. We got the Ravenflow with the $4.99. He said Naughty Dog complained about the limitations of Uncharted 3 because of the PlayStation 3's power. Once they raised the bar from Uncharted 2, Uncharted 4 was closer to what they wanted.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Yeah.
All right. So the Tsunami's point that, Phil is just trying to keep the rings in and keep Matt Booty focused. This motherfucker has no focus.
I'm not talking about focus. That's not what I said.
So Phil, okay, so here goes a slide showing that Phil says he was bristling when he's hearing Xbox being called the Netflix of gaming. Quote, "That's why sometimes when people use Netflix of gaming, I bristle a little bit. However," go to the next slide.
He really
the definition of bristle is you react angrily or defensively. Okay, Z, go to the next slide. Phil is the one that monikered Netflix of gaming. Microsoft calls their service Netflix of gaming. That's according to Business Insider. Then you go to the next slide. Microsoft wants to be the Netflix of gaming, says Satya Nadella. All right, go to the last slide. Xbox chief Phil Spencer. We need to create a Netflix of video games. This motherfucker don't know his left foot from his right elbow.
Got him. Hey,
I mean, like, stop it. There is no order. There is no order.
Hey, it's just like Major Nelson when I posted the video. Him saying that the OG Xbox was a 4K system and shit like that. Y'all saw it with your own eyes. These dudes don't want to take Phil Spencer's own words when it goes against what they want from their platform, and that's just it is what it is.
As I was saying before, Phil was not the goddamn savior of goddamn gamers.
They ain't got no more damage control in them. Be quiet.
Well, hey, listen. If you listen to Scram Punks, you will hear me and Dirt say this. We say Phil talk too goddamn much. So if you tune in to Scram Punks right after this, we give you the real Xbox news when Ponies is not around because we're critical of Xbox.
Man, I don't listen to your shit.
We have to be defensive
PlayStation 4 next year.
because
They're going to the PlayStation 5.
we give them
I'm out.
take a mile.
Yeah,
Hey, these ponies just mad because they ain't heard shit since 2019 from Sony. That's all.
Facts.
Oh shit! God damn.
Hey, all I want to say is right now we got the hottest game of the year right now. For Metacritic.
What is that?
Oh shit!
You got to create your own game. You got to create your own game.
They say, we're not gonna make the game. Here, you make it. Here's your sandbox. Go ahead.
It got high. Hey, that game is higher than any Xbox game is Gene.
Hey, they copy Xbox with Project Spark.
Yeah, but
dog shit. Man.
I know.
Yo, as I was saying, man.
I better see the games I want to come out again.
Hey, Z,
go.
You gonna re-up that contract or what?
Oh, that's project already signed. That motherfucker signed, sealed, and delivered.
He said after the day. He said after the day.
He talking about
hey, legally Z can't sign till after E3.
Hey, yo, this motherfucker talking about some trade-offs and this and that. Gonna be some concessions made. Hey, bro, we gonna sit the fuck down somewhere. Like, come on, man. What the fuck is we doing,
But I just came back. What happened?
We got concessions. We still gonna wait 3 to 4 years for a game on PS5. Though. What's going on?
What happened?
Wait, what did I miss? I was gone for a little while. I had to make a run.
The show is not catered to you. You listen and catch up.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, but no.
Start from the beginning.
Hey, Tsunami, like, is there some defending this?
Wait, what had happened?
Nigga, he asked me a question. It's like I said before, like I feel like Phil too much. I feel like he put his foot in his mouth a lot, and sometimes like PlayStation gets away with it because they don't really say much. So even if they were like conflicted internally, nobody would know because they don't say shit.
So you want him to lie? You want him to lie to you, nigga?
No, I want him to shut the fuck up until they actually know what they talking about.
Hey, Kratos, if Sony want to say you don't need EA access.
He's the CEO of the goddamn division.
What does that have to do with what I said? I said I want him to shut the fuck up until they know what's what.
He knows what's what. You just don't want to accept what's what, nigga.
But he's going back and forth, so obviously they haven't decided on what.
Stop it. Hey, somebody get Tsunami, man. Somebody
Hey, J-Dub.
What up?
Just like Xbox, I need a PlayStation 5 next gen.
Hell
yeah, you gonna need one.
That's not going to your bus, Ryan. What the fuck you talking about, nigga?
Oh shit!
Wait, what did he say?
According to your boss, Ryan, and that same PowerPoint, they go to your PlayStation. So I know why you and Ryan have married this again.
What are you even talking about, nigga? PlayStation.
Ryan.
Yo, what the hell are you talking about? Listen,
Ryan said they're bringing the games to PC.
Listen, here's the thing,
PS
right?
Now,
They already listen. Let's square this shit, right? Jim Ryan and fucking Sean Layden when he's there said where it makes sense, they're gonna put some of the specific titles. That's what
bullshit.
Doesn't matter.
Believing in fucking rumors and internet.
Is Nintendo pin their
Here we go again.
No.
What happened?
I said, here we go again with the bullshit. These niggas is listening to the internet and following the internet. They trolls, man. These niggas haters, yo.
Listen to the internet.
Motherfuckers always talking about PlayStation exclusives going on PC, but niggas don't.
No, I did.
Show me where they are. Show me where they are. Show me what game with the PC.
Documents from PlayStation.
Here we go. There's documents. Here we go. There's documents going. Oh man, these niggas is.
Sony ain't pinned their shit knowing that they never did it before, so I don't know what
Xbox has turned into a fucking cell phone app. Listen,
it's over. Yo, J-Dub, these niggas, yo, that's the same nigga, that J-Dub, that's the same nigga that's listening to RDX, man. That's the same nigga that's going to listen to RDX, man. Them niggas go to RDX podcast, yo.
Listen, they all go to RDX. Listen to that bullshit. Motherfuckers say Xbox is the best box. The X finna do this. The this finna do that. And look at the whole fucking generation of fucking shit was dog shit.
But hold on,
Phil already telling you he's starting off day one making the Series X dog shit.
I hold me
exactly. Yo, Zaire.
What's up?
Yo, Zaire. You know this nigga got banned, right?
Who?
You know they blocked that nigga, right? This nigga hit me up. He J-Tech. They blocked him from PS5. He said, "Yo, what's up with the piece PlayStation exclusive?" That nigga got mad and blocked him, yo.
Who did?
Yeah, he stepped. He questioned the nigga like, "Yo, where all these PlayStation exclusives coming? When they coming on PC?" He blocked him. He got mad, yo.
Hold on, hold that thought. Let me pay these bills right quick. My man Vedra. Xbox divisions look more confused for every day that passes. My brother the Ruham, which is true. Since Phil took over, it's been a Phil. I guess a real sad generation. You ain't lying about that shit there. So you don't believe that if that PlayStation exclusive is coming to PC?
Well, he said he kept acting in Kotaku. They all was like, yo, they trying to make PlayStation look bad, man. They coming up with all this crazy shit, yo. I don't know. Everybody running their mouth about that shit, yo. It's crazy, yo.
That shit about to get announced tomorrow. They're gonna get announced on Valentine's Day. That's what that commercial is about.
Oh shit!
Shit!
You love Dalvey. He said, "I just made the call, Zoo. You and Phil said you done out here for talking down on the brand. You bitch, you."
Yeah.
Contract.
I'm not talking bad on the brand. I'm just saying, get your shit together.
No, you voided that shit.
And who was that heartbroken that Sony games going to PlayStation?
Dare you talk about Phil like that?
You said what?
That's Mega. No, the other dude that was talking.
That's J Love.
Oh, J Love. Oh, J.
Or another J Tony.
Yeah, another J Tony, man.
We got legal documents from Sony stating that games are going to PC.
Facts.
That's a boardroom thing.
You can't lie to your boardroom.
That's what you get for. That's what you get with them old fake ass leaked documents, though.
How many leaked documents you post on Twitter every day, Jay?
That's like a boardroom plan. And that doesn't mean that that's set in stone what they're going to do or anything.
I don't post nothing.
You was a goddamn
timeline. That's how you know that shit isn't really
ponies.
Look how old it was.
Hey yo.
Hey, J-Dub, you not want to Donald Trump, man.
Hey yo, all I'm saying at the end of the day, Phil has made the Xbox brand dog shit until he's out of there. Until want someone to slip him a cyanide top with his son, he got to go. There's gonna be some trade-offs when I find another goddamn console. Why should I have trade-offs? Why?
Compromises, Z. Compromise. He told you 4K, 60 compromise last time. You never got it. Now he's telling you the same shit.
Why should I deal with compromises?
I told you Phil Spencer's a fucking axe man. Like,
J-Dub, your compromise is you wait 2 years for exclusive. What's the difference?
When is a PS5? We've been getting banged with 5 generations
ever again.
When is a PS5 exclusive coming?
They coming day one.
Matter of fact, it came out today. It's called Dreams.
That's PS4, nigga.
Oh, you talking about PS5?
Yes. When is there a first party PS5 game coming out? Do you know?
So you acting like?
No, I'm not acting. This is a serious question.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, No.
That's a fair question.
Once they announce their system, once it's unveiled, then you'll know.
So you want us to wait till E3?
You've been waiting 7 years. You've been waiting 7 years for a good game.
This is not about me. This is about you, J-Dub. You don't have to wait. How does this make you feel as a fan?
I'm playing exclusives now on my PlayStation.
What are you playing right now?
Hey, what exclusive are you playing on the Xbox?
I was just playing Forza. What you want to do?
You playing on a cell phone.
I was just playing Forza. What you want to do?
You playing on a fucking 6-inch cell phone, fuck nigga.
Nigga, you just playing Sea of Thieves the other day.
No more. It's on PC, nigga.
Hey, J-Dub.
What up, homie?
Hey, I saw that Sony Interactive Studio San Diego is starting to hire devs to make the Xbox and Switch versions. Thank you, Big Daddy. Thank you, man.
What?
What is weird with this nigga?
It'll be good. You know what? That's a good move because you got to think about it.
That ain't a good move at all. That's not a good move at all.
No, let me finish. Let me finish.
Ponies fight.
Let me tell you why that's a good move, right?
No.
At least, right? You know, if you buy an Xbox Series X, at least you're gonna have one banger on that fucking console, and that's MLB.
Look.
Facts. Talk that shit, J-Dub. talk that shit.
I'm trying to talk, bitch.
What the fuck is that?
I will say this. I'm gonna say this once. I will hawk spit on that MLB deal, hand it back to that fucking company, let that company die down like what
Jay, don't get
golf
to
did.
it.
Yo,
We
you don't
can deal
play
with a
PS5. You
damn
don't play
baseball
PlayStation
game.
games.
Hey, hold on.
We
Who's
got
your
rid of
favorite
golf.
baseball player?
We got rid of a lot of shit. We
Who's your
can
favorite-
deal without a baseball game.
Who's your favorite baseball player, Mega?
Oh,
I don't watch sports like that.
Babe
Oh
Ruth.
shit! God damn. So you wasn't playing. You wasn't playing MLB, right?
No.
This nigga here.
Why you care?
God
Why do you care about a game?
Motherfucker, didn't I tell you before the philosophy, nigga?
The
Didn't I tell
philosophy.
you?
Hey, yo, they
All
said
right.
they want to know what's the last game PlayStation exclusive Amaziago beat.
Oh shit.
Oh
Sly
shit.
Cooper for the PS2.
Oh shit! He last game he was Sly Cooper.
We said Dragon Quest 7. What you say?
Oh my god!
He did say he was playing PS2 yesterday.
Hey yo, my man,
Hell
they
yeah.
said J-Dub, when is Ghost of Tsushima coming out? Fuck nigga, don't lie.
Yeah, that shit coming out. I believe that shit gonna come out in May.
May.
May,
Oh,
May is
God damn.
a Last of Us territory.
Right?
Nah, it'll
They
come
said
out.
it's
No,
This fuck
it's
nigga.
gonna come out it's gonna come out before The Last of Us. Why? It's gonna come out like the first around that first time.
They already
Yo,
said
somebody
it's
clip
coming out
this.
in the summer. They said it's
Somebody
already
clip
coming
that.
out in the summer.
Bro, summer is from May on back, bro. I don't think they're gonna.
So it's going to be probably in August because Sony
Nah,
doesn't
they ain't.
like releasing games in the summertime.
So Jay, you think they're gonna release two
They would have said
AAA
that.
first party games in the same month?
Yeah, they did it
Sony
before.
never do
We
that.
got we had The Last of Us and fucking Final Fantasy VII releasing in the same fucking month before.
Well,
before they
Final
hit
Fantasy
the latest.
VII ain't exclusive. It's a
Yeah.
time.
That is an
multiplayer.
exclusive. That's
No, it's
Didn't I
time,
say
bro.
didn't I say
It's
first
time.
party studio?
Look, I call it. Look, I call it spade a spade, ball a ball, a strike a strike. I'm not
Oh,
gonna say something is
you been listening
exclusive.
to just the Z mixtapes.
No, this bitch ass nigga sound like
He don't play
motherfucker.
spades. He don't bowl.
He don't know what a strike is.
Hey, remember when J was hype? He thought Last of Us Part 2 was coming out on his birthday?
No,
Hey, real talk. That shit was supposed to be coming out on the 21st, bro. That shit hurt.
Yeah, February. Yeah, it's sad, but I'd rather for a game to be polished.
That shit hurt.
Wait, what happened when he said was shoe power? What happened?
No, I say I'd rather have a game fully polished than Rush, and it comes out with bugs.
You wouldn't know if a game had bugs or snakes because you don't play none of them shit.
Nigga, you have a house infested with roaches, motherfucker. Back off.
You is the roach. You is the roach in your house, nigga.
Nigga, you look like a roach, probably. Fuck, nigga.
Nigga, you sound like yo. If a roach could talk, it would sound just like you. Fuck.
Hey yo, so wait, they say Amaziago, are you buying a PlayStation 5?
Oh shit.
They said, are you buying a PlayStation 5?
Yeah, if it has something that I want.
That means no. That means no.
Nigga threw that disclaimer in there.
But I might just buy it just to have it.
On GP.
Oh shit!
That shit.
That's a true fan right there. A collectible. He wants to collect this shit. He said I came on the ground floor.
Yeah, talk that shit, Amaziago.
He said I'm a kickstart PS5.
This nigga. Hey, Tsunami.
Yo.
Hey, Tsunami. He talking to you, Tsunami.
Who?
No, remember that movie with that nigga was in an apartment with the dancer singing rotation? Hey, Joe's apartment.
Joe talking about Joe's apartment.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, Amaziago sound like he represents the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah.
Nigga, you represent the crackheads. Fuck out of here.
That's Parker. Get your set straight.
Yeah.
Get
But
your
like I
set straight.
said, man.
And that's your boy right there, nigga.
Before we get the hell up out of here,
What you talking about?
I want to say this, that I'm a little disappointed. No, he got no Gamer Station, folks. That connection is horrible. I am a little disappointed about there will be some contentions or from my exclusives. Yeah, you know what I mean. I am a little disappointed in that. And with third party, I'm talking about as far as exclusives. That's what they about to set themselves up for failure again. Because even if Sony had a less powerful hardware, their exclusives still gonna look better. If they're making this shit for the PS5 and going forward, man. You know what I mean?
Man, this Xbox about to hit the next Sega Dreamcast.
Man,
I can't wait. Ooh.
For real.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for them to exit, man. Get these X-Fags, boy, fanboys out of here, man.
Hey,
Get these X-Fag niggas out of here, yo. These X-Fag niggas is a bunch of bitches, yo. That's all it is, bitches.
We can't use the
xCloud with PS5.
We can't use them type of terms here, brother.
Damn, Tsunami, you don't let it talk to you like that?
We can't use them type of terms.
Hey Z, he got your shit demonetized.
Hey, y'all, leave Tsunami alone.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
demonetized your
Hey,
channel.
you must call the Xbox nigga with your girl or something, bro.
Oh shit, goddamn.
Nah. When you got a bunch of X-Fag niggas, nah.
Hey.
Oh
Nah,
shit! Wait.
Say, hey.
Hey, I'm gonna say this right now. The views and the opinions of J Love is not just the views and opinions of Mr. Funny. We don't condone those type of words, those slangs over here. But listen, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, he said enough. Hey, no, what you playing, no?
Shoot, it's whatever, man. I'll be back home around like 10.
Okay, well, as soon as you get home, just call me. You know what I mean?
Play on that X-Cloud on your cell phone.
Shout out to everybody. I'm putting the Patreon content up right now. Shout out to everybody that rocked up with us live. I will be back on as soon as Noah get back. Be playing whatever.